So More Retail is India's third largest food and grocery retailer. We have around 920 stores in three formats, and we are there across 300 towns in India. And we have around 16,000 odd employees. We started implementation of Darwinbox in January 2021, and we went live in 5 months. And after that, I think it's been a steady clip of various modules going live. I think we are now done with almost 90% of the modules that are there in Darwinbox, including analytics. I think the biggest impact has been in the area of employee experience, followed by line manager empowerment, and obviously driving financial and operational efficiencies. Another thing, which is an indirect impact, is really about how it has spurred talent development and career growth amongst our frontline employees. We have a 12,000 strong dispersed population amongst our front end. In fact, it's now, we have also included distribution centers and collection centers. So we have a 16,000 odd population that's highly distributed. And a majority of them don't have email addresses. Where Darwinbox helped was a mobile first OTP based login construct where people were able to log into Darwinbox through their mobile phones, through an app on their mobile phones. And I think that's been a huge factor in driving adoption of Darwinbox amongst our frontline. The second big thing is really about how we engaged with this highly dispersed population. We used Vibe, which is a social collaboration platform, and that helped us drive consistent communications across this highly dispersed population. And it was also interactive. The third big thing is we moved all of service delivery to the help desk module. We had 70 odd HR people on the ground in the stores supporting employees and line managers. And this was fraught with errors. What we did was digitize the entire process and moved it to help desk. And this has improved the quality of service delivery to the employees and to line managers tremendously. I can proudly say that every query that hits the HR SSC gets solved within 2 days. Otherwise, it hits my inbox. And lastly, our front end employees have the opportunity to take ownership of their learning. They can get into Darwinbox, get into the Disperse app through that, and access a wide variety of learning programs. They also have the ability to take control of their career. The entire career advancement program of More Retail, which is Spark, is embedded into Darwinbox. So, what's the implication of all this? Very, very high adoption. We have adoption in excess of 87% amongst our front end. That I think is great. A key philosophy that we adhere to at More Retail is that line owns talent. And Darwinbox has enabled the process by empowering line managers with, with, the, with the ability to manage all the people processes through the system. Let me get into the specifics. We moved into a position management construct, and therefore all line managers have role-based permissions to handle their people. We have around 2,500 store management team members, which manage a population of 10,000 odd people. And the entire thing is enabled through Darwinbox. The first one is the hiring process. Hiring was highly decentralized in the past. It was paper-based, it was fraught with risks, and there were compliance misses. What has happened post implementation of Darwinbox and the QR code based hiring? It's entirely digitized, and it ensures that all the documentation is correct. And it just ensures that employees have an absolutely brilliant experience when they join us. So we have hired upwards of 6,400 front-end employees all through the digitized platform with a zero HR involvement on ground. Line managers are able to manage shifts and rostering. They're able to manage leave. They're able to get real-time visibility of the status of their store team members. All of it puts power in the hands of the store managers and the store leadership teams. We open a lot of new stores, we also shut stores, and there is a lot of movement of front-end employees between stores. The entire process is enabled through the transfer process of Darwinbox. It provides the responsibility to the line manager to be able to transfer employees. And they can action the transfer, and depending on the kind of transfer, benefits automatically kick in. That's the beauty of the process. We have done in excess of 4,300 transfers last year, all through the system. Lastly, we've gone live with the analytics module, which puts all the people data in the fingertips of the line managers. I think that's brilliant because it gives them the visibility, it provides transparency to take people actions using people data. We believe in growing talent and ability to grow in the organization and take up serious, bigger and roles of more responsibility is a key career proposition, employer proposition we offer. 85% of our store leadership is homegrown, and it's all enabled through an internal career advancement program called Spark. And the entire Spark program is administered through the Darwinbox ecosystem. Um, so Spark nominations, Spark assessments is all through Darwinbox, and it ensures that every associate is trained on all the skills needed for him to be a store leader. And this assessment process is completely digitized on Darwinbox. Uh, every job that's open in More Retail is posted through More Jobs, which is our internal job construct, the internal talent marketplace in Darwinbox. And it just provides visibility to all employees so that they can take ownership of their careers. So I can look at the Darwinbox database and find out how many candidates are ready in each city, in each circle, in each state, so that I can do my manpower planning accordingly. It's very, very powerful. I think the intangible impact of implementing Darwinbox has been in the areas of employee experience, line manager empowerment, and providing an opportunity to uh, take ownership of one's career to our front-end population. I think the tangible impact has been in driving operational and financial efficiencies. Let me start with an example. We have a geofenced attendance process for all employees in the front end and in our operations. This punch adherence, as we calculate, and which is presented to our leadership every month, used to be 65%. Once we enforce this process, it's gone up to 93%, which means that for a brick and mortar organization like ours, we have employees where they are supposed to be. And that results in an improvement in our customer satisfaction as well. The second big one, since we have moved to a completely digitized process of hiring from a paper-based process and a decentralized process, it just ensures that all hiring is real time and on the system. We used to have cases where people were hired retrospectively. People were hired, but they were not on the system. All those things have stopped. It's now completely zero. At any point in time, I can get a real-time view of how many people are there. That's great. The third one, it's helped us reduce the size of the HR organization. 3.5 years back, we used to have 130 HR members. We now have 50, all enabled through a digitized Darwinbox platform. And I think a combination of all these three has helped reduce risks to the business, improve our compliance, and save costs and reduce leakage. So the Darwinbox ecosystem has helped democratize learning. We have Darwinbox and we have Disperse as the learning partner, which is fully integrated into Darwinbox. And any employee who wants to learn needs to get into the app and starts learning, right? And we have seen instances where people want to learn stuff that is not directly relevant to their job because they feel by learning they can advance their career. So I think the learning opportunity that we provide to our front end is also great. Lastly, the integration between Darwinbox and Disperse is seamless. It's two-way. So when we go to Darwinbox, we can see the status of completion of courses on Darwinbox. Employees can seamlessly get into Darwinbox and complete courses. Assessments flow back in. So the entire experience is seamless for an employee and for HR.